Watch this video before you buy your first synthesizer. Freebie. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, let's get started. So, you're about to buy your first synthesizer. You've started to fall in love with electronic music, maybe you've got something like a pocket operator or an app on your phone, and you finally want to take things to the next level and get your first synthesizer. First of all, welcome to the world of electronic music and music in general. It's a wonderful place to be. Second of all, before you click the buy button on that beautiful synth, consider this. What is your end game for that synthesizer? If you're just buying it to learn, then more power to you. Go for it, pick it up, and by all means, teach yourself everything you want to know about that synthesizer and sound design in general. But the term sound design is where I ran into my first speed bump, so to speak, as I started picking up synthesizers. See, I, like many of you, just watched YouTube videos all day long about the synths that I wanted to buy. For instance, the Arturia Microfreak here. And I really convinced myself that this device was going to be a game changer for me. It was really going to give me access to whatever sounds that I wanted. And for the most part, that's true. The Arturia Microfreak is a beast of sound design. It's got, well over 10 different oscillator types and a crazy deep patch bay, cycling envelope, normal envelope, LFO, analog filter, a really in-depth sequencer, and the whole keybed modulation thing. However, what I didn't stop and think about was how I was going to use those sounds and how I was actually going to record those sounds. You see, when you watch a synthesizer video on YouTube, that content creator has a way of recording those sounds and then presenting them to you. A lot of times they will use those sounds in an actual song. And one thing that we tend to forget when we're just starting out is we don't have all that extra gear. A lot of times it's not just the synthesizer that makes the presentation about the synthesizer so inspiring to watch. Sometimes the synthesizer is running through external reverb, and this can drastically affect how the synthesizer sounds. For instance, here's a Microfreak initialized preset by itself. And here's the exact same preset, but this time we're taking the audio from the Microfreak and first running it through the Korg NTS1 for a little bit of hall reverb. See how much that can drastically affect the sound? Makes a huge difference. Of course, the synthesizer is always being recorded. If it's being used in a song, there's probably a DAW or some sort of music workstation or arrangement groovebox style device involved. Most of the time, you're not going to pick up your first synthesizer and make a song with just that device. So again, if you just want to teach yourself about synthesis, then go ahead and pick up a synth. But if you are wanting to do more than that with the sounds that you create, look into the other gear that you are going to need to do that as well. This is how the electronic music world can quickly overwhelm someone's wallet. and be quite intimidating, honestly, because you pick up a piece of gear, you get it home, and then you very quickly realize that you're going to need more gear to accomplish the end goal that you had originally set for yourself. What are your plans for that synthesizer after the honeymoon phase wears off? You know, you get it home, you get it set up, you press that first big bassy E, you give it a filter sweep. And then what? What are you going to do with those sounds? I wish I would have thought like this when I picked up my first couple of synthesizers, because it really would have saved me the feeling of not necessarily waste, like I wasted my money, but the feeling of kind of just being trapped. Like I had all this gear and I didn't really know how to use it. I actually made a video about that feeling. It's not pleasant. So again, I'm really begging you to think about the end game for your first synthesizer, even if you're new to the world of electronic music. Now, granted, some synthesizers out there do have slight groovebox components to them. For instance, the Arturia Microfreak does have a sequencer built in with 2 sequences available per patch. So at least you will be able to sequence your own patterns, at least to get you started with. See, even in that little demonstration right there, I'm running my Microfreak through my Zoom LiveTrack L12, and for some reason, if I want to pull up that sequence again, in just the way that I performed it, I could pop the SD card out of my LiveTrack and, you know, put that into my computer or my MPC, and then actually use it in a song. And for the past couple weeks, I've kind of been on like a songwriting kick where I talk about more songwriting than sound design and things like that. But I really do think that it's important, especially when you're picking up your first synthesizer, unless you are specifically picking it up for the purpose of learning about synthesis, you know, give yourself an end goal. And just keep that in mind before you click the buy button. Know what you're getting yourself into after the honeymoon phase wears off. So I hope this video gets my point across. I decided to go with this one unscripted and just speak my mind, basically, rather than, you know, writing everything out. It's something that I just wish I would have known, and that I really hope doesn't happen to you if you happen to stumble upon this video as you are considering your first synthesizer purchase. That being said, there are a myriad of wonderful first synthesizers, especially in the budget category, on the market right now. And I do wish you the best of luck on your electronic music journey. Please feel free to ask any questions down below, and myself or someone far more knowledgeable than I will respond to it. Thank you so very much for being here. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you did find it helpful. If so, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Again, thank you so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.